Did you enjoy the South Park episode made about you?
I love that episode. My kids love that episode. I already had a show at that time, and my kids were little. Once my kids saw me on South Park, they were so happy about it.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying, my dad is famous. Just because I was in a cartoon. I
But they
already
didn't
had a
know
show.
beforehand.
What?
They didn't know you had a TV show, or they just didn't know it was
they were part
famous?
of it. My
Oh,
kids,
really?
And the Mexican community, the whole family works, right? So we bring everybody in. And so my kids have been working since they were little, because I need to show people, look, your dog is done because, now he trusts my kids. So I would, my kids are doing it. So, but they were part of it. And then when they saw me in South Park, for them that was a big deal, especially because we didn't let them watch them because they say a lot of bad words. And
Did you know what type of show it was? You voiced your character, right?
No.
Oh, you
No,
didn't voice.
They call me and say, hey, we're doing the show about you. I saw what they did to Oprah. I saw what they did to Tom Cruise. So it's like, oh, shit. Right? And then the guys, call me and say, we're doing it. Is anything I can tell you, not to do it? No.
Oh, you didn't want them to do it at
Because
first.
I thought they were going to, like, come on, Oprah is an icon. Oprah is an icon. Tom Cruise is an icon. I'm just a dog guy.
Yeah.
Right? So they're going to, no, but they did a great job.
Did you dislike it at first and then you started liking it, or you liked it immediately?
My episode, I loved it.
Immediately.
I love my episode. It's the best episode on earth. Every time that I do a live show, I always put that in. Everybody gets a laugh,
No.
And the people who had never watched it, they go back and watch that episode, and then they send me a text on Instagram or TikTok, and hey, we love that episode. It's a therapy for me.
Yeah,
everybody likes to do the.
Yeah, that even I'm trying to do it with him. I mean, it's actually enraging
He's
him.
doing so good, guys. So good.
He's getting worse and worse.
We're gonna euthanize him after this, but the way he liked to do it,
with
sniper.
with a bolt action sniper, yes.
And everybody will agree, which is the worst part of it. If that was a dog, nobody would want him to do that.
Somebody
Cesar,
started
please read
a
that.
I forget the name, but they started that thing where people can sign a form to try to get something passed, and they wanted the mayor or the president to put this guy down. They saw him on a previous episode. I was thinking about to have him dressed and painted like a dog, but the concern was that people might think he's doing blackface, so I had to stay away from that.
You can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about, I think Clifford the dog,
Clifford the
he's
dog,
red face and a black eye or
Yeah,
something, but
yeah.
I just...
Yeah.
I already talk so much about Inglewood style stuff, that if I do that, it's not gonna look like I'm making him look like Clifford.
Inglewood.
Go, whoa! I kill you, man! Have you ever experienced a dog who talks to you like that?
They wanted to kill me, yes.
No, not wanting to kill you, like a dog. Like you're talking to him, you try, it doesn't work, so he pulls out a gun and holds it sideways.
No. Thanks,
Okay.
God. No, thank you, God. I don't want that. If you're watching this episode, I don't want that.
Why do the Japanese people call the monsters in their movies gay Jews?
They do?
Yeah, they call them kaiju, which is, I mean, not a direct one, but it's extremely
Well,
similar.
Japanese have a good sense of humor. I don't know. I need to ask them.
But they're not doing it on purpose. I mean, it's not spelled with a G, but it's actually kaiju. But if you ask them, they'll go gaiju. Gaiju.
Hey, anybody with an accent, we're gonna come across the wrong way sometimes.
I don't mind. I'm a former
I
Jew,
listen.
so I give them permission.
I love it. It opens to interpretation.
Yes, this is a question from a fan.
A ver.
A viewer wanted me to ask why his new dog has been throwing up despite being fed large cubes of salt.
Salt is bad for dogs. That's what they throw up when they go to the beach and they swim through the waves and chasing the ball. By the time they finish, they have.
I thought you
diarrhea.
said that when a dog isn't listening, you'll put them in a pool.
Well,
You won't
that's
put them in
different
the
than
ocean?
That's different than the ocean. The ocean is something that they do, on their own. Versus the pool is something that I will lift them and put them in the pool. So it creates a different reaction. So salt for dogs is bad. Too much salt.
Well, how do
Right.
we know? How do
Look,
we? Yes.
He totally rehabilitated the dog. Sometimes it's not me who does the magic.
The
but
dog
many
is
times
helping
it's
the other dog. How do you know though that he's not gonna in the long? It seems short term it's working, but maybe long term that dog will end up like him.
It can.
Yes.
It can. Imitation. Yeah, yeah. The Menendez brothers, right?
The Menendez brothers.
Yeah, that's an imitation, right? So with the environment, the philosophy, the action. So you can see it. Yes. Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yes.
Monkey.
Yeah, I just had to make sure.
But Alfie, right now, he did a good job, and of course, he can definitely.
Now, how going back to that last question, how do you know when the cube of salt is too big? Is if it was like this big, would it be too big?
Yeah, you kill him.
Well, that's why he's been throwing up, I guess, for the viewer.
You'll kill him. Definitely you'll kill that.
How can you? So when is enough?
Because you know what? The cows love it, right? So if you
Cows
can give
like
it to a
salt?
different animal, that's the only way they can get some kind of minerals. So you got to put a big chunk of salt, and then everybody comes and just lick it and lick it. That's how they get it.
But not for dogs.
Dogs are complete because they get it through a different source.
Another viewer, the same viewer had another question. He wanted me to.
I would definitely tell that viewer not to get a dog anymore. Get a cow.
Well, he had a
if you
different
wanna
dog.
give salt.
He had another question. He says, "Why does my dog keep throwing up despite the fact that I've been feeding him oil?
What is the dog? Oil. What kind of oil?
Gasoline instead of water?"
That's a dragon.
Well, he's not spitting fire. He's just vomiting all over the place. The viewer said that he took him to the vet, and the vet called the police on him.
I would definitely join in.
Join in on feeding dogs oil or calling the police?
Calling the police. Right, Alfie? We can.
This dog, the dog is starting to take part in how he's acting. He's getting louder and more aggressive.
More aggressive. That's right. Hey guys, that's a human being unstable. Look at Alfie. Go play with him. There you go. Kill him with kindness, Alfie. Kill him with kindness.
Or just kill him.
You can, definitely.
Yes.
It will help. More oxygen for humanity. His eyes are perfect, eh? He's definitely like a combination of a lizard and a dog.
Oh, I had another question.
Go for it.
Why do the cartels, you said you grew up around them,
Yes, sir.
why do they sell drugs which can lead into a lot more trouble instead of entering the business of selling dogs?
Because they don't see a value. They don't see selling dogs. You're not going to make those billions of dollars those people make, right? So
Maybe not as much, but it's a lot less risky, you know what I mean?
it's super less risky, but I guess there's a different frame of mind, right? They want the fame, they want the power, they want the money, and they want the control of the whole entire country. So you go after what gives you more money, and unfortunately,
A lot of the time, though, inevitably they end up getting caught or killed by a different one. I guess the same thing could happen if there was a big rivalry in breeding dogs, but I feel like it's unlikely.
there is a rivalry. You're right. There is in the breeding world. There is a lot of rivalry.
Do you think breeding dogs is unethical?
Some people do. Some people listen. There's some people that are doing it for 30, 40 years, or it's a family tradition. There's very, very, very few people with good ethics that they're going to breed good genes, right? And so that is the beauty of a good breeder.
Yeah.
Right? That they're breeding generations and generations and generations, and they never breed anything that is unhealthy. But then the rest of the people, they just going for the quick job, like the backyard.
Would you
breeders.
breed dogs or no?
No. It's millions of dogs in America. They die every year, and so it's an overpopulation problem. And so something that I learned along the way, because before I came to America, I didn't know that there could be an overpopulation.
An overpopulation of dogs?
Oh, yeah.
What you're saying in shelters or on the street or?
So, in America, we euthanize at least 1 million dogs a year.
Why don't they just let them loose?
Because that's not the system. It's like Singapore has a different system, right? America has a different system for dogs. So they don't believe in the
Well,
dogs
in
being
Singapore,
loose.
the problem with Singapore is I couldn't live there. They fine you if you spit in the street.
That's right. I love that part.
You like that?
I love a structure. I love
No, no,
I love
no.
organization. I love structure.